Hey everybody, my name is Sarah Freed. I'm coming to you live from my office in Gilbert, Arizona, and I wanted to talk to you about the the New Leader Conference that I attended over the weekend. Just a little bit about me. I've been a coach for about 2.5 years. I am a mom of 2. I have a physical therapy background. I worked the first 2 years of my business while I was working full-time. And then about a year ago, I left my job. Well, it was kind of forced out of my job as caseload fell. So I've been a full-time Beachbody coach ever since. It was definitely a leap that I decided to stay home instead of getting a new job, but it was really something that I believed in, and I'm not going back. So I have to tell you, this New Leader Conference that I attended over the weekend was amazing. It is to date the best Beachbody event I have ever attended. If you have it as a goal in your vision board to get there, I highly suggest that you do. And if you don't know much about it, it's something that you should put on your vision board. It was an amazing event. Aside from the training, I have to say that I met so many wonderful women and a few men at this event. Everybody was so friendly, everybody was so supportive. It was just really nice and refreshing to be around so many like-minded people. I just walked away from this event realizing how much Beachbody really cares about us, how the people that work at corporate genuinely love their job, want to see us succeed, and it was just basically inspired my mission even more being there. So I would definitely make it a point to be there. But what were my top takeaways? I think one thing that hit home for me was that a lot of, I'm going to speak from my own personal stance as a mom and tell you that I noticed so many people say, I want to be a good mom, but I want to be a coach, and they think that those two things can't go hand in hand. And I have to tell you, it absolutely can. It's just how organized you choose to be and how smart you are about your time. And so Melanie Mitchell really talked to us about being organized, but not taking time away from your family. And it was something that I implemented right away. When I got home on Sunday, I spent time with my family. But that evening I got on my computer and I set up my Google Calendar, and I scheduled in when my kids have activities, when I have family time, when I have business time, all of those things, so it's not a question. And I can see that I'm going to have time for both. And then it's painting this vision. So I know Julianne, who spoke earlier, she's actually my success partner. She talked about vision. And that vision can't be something that just you alone paint. I think it's something that your entire family, whatever your family looks like, should focus on. So communicating that to your spouse or your significant other, that long-term vision, that where you see yourself in 5 years, that freedom number is something that they talked about, saying, honey, like, this is our freedom number. When I make this amount of money, this is going to have a profound effect on our life for this reason. And in order to do that, I need to get organized, go into my calendar, have set business hours, have a set time to spend with family. And when you're with family, put your phone away, turn off your notifications, put your computer away, and just be focused on that. And when you can do that, you're going to be having so much more freedom, because you're going to be able to spend more time with your family. Maybe you'll be able to go part-time at work, or full-time, be home full-time with Beachbody, because you chose to sacrifice things like TV and stuff that doesn't serve you in the short term, so that you can have more freedom in the long term. But it's all about organization and realizing that you cannot give everything that you have to this business at all hours of the day and then just give your family what's left of you. That's absolutely not going to work. So that was a great takeaway that I had. I loved what Micah Folsom said about leadership. Big things that she said were, you have to commit to something. So we know that, hitting Success Club or increasing rank, those things are going to help drive our business forward. So you need to figure out what's going to be the best for your own specific goals, and you need to commit to that. And making that commitment doesn't mean that you have 10 things in front of it and then you'll get to that if you have time. Committing to that means that you're willing to work on it every single day on a consistent basis, and that's going to get you results. I love that she said have a servant's heart. So figure out how you can truly serve people, how you can provide value to people without expecting anything in return. Because people are going to be willing to follow you a lot more when you do that. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, the other thing she said is make sure this is a we thing, not a me thing. So show them how hitting certain goals is going to help them, how certain goals that you have for yourself that's going to help you, but is something that you need them to do. Show them how that's going to help the whole team collectively. When you can paint that picture of how it's going to help everyone collectively, people are going to be willing to go after it. Okay, let's see what else we have here. All right. I loved, Darren O'Lean talked, and I thought it was one of the best things that I heard there, because I really have educated myself well on Shakeology, but I was realizing that I have some gaps in how well I'm educating others on Shakeology. So pointing out, getting to know the ins and outs of Shakeology, listening to the Inside Shakeology podcast, and really understanding that it's a huge driver in your business for people to fall in love with it. It's only going to propel you forward. So the more that you can know about that, the better. I love when he talked about that, and he talked about how we are so nutrient deficient as a country. And when you combine that with stress, which we live in a very high stress society, that's when you get sickness. And really explaining that to people is gonna allow people to see how amazing Shakeology is. So I loved that. Let's see here. Okay. Time management, we already talked about that. So the other thing with time management, I'm going to go a little bit away from just setting a calendar, but having a monthly calendar that explains out when you're going to run your challenge group, when your sneak peeks are going to be, when you're going to market and advertise for those things. Getting really clear on those things is going to help, because when you are planning a challenge group and you're looking to hit Success Club, trying to do it only a week in advance of your group does not work. And I think most of you know that. But just really understanding that when you post about a challenge group, it's something that you're going to have to do for about 7 days straight, well in advance, 3 weeks in advance, to get to the goal that you have in mind. Because people aren't necessarily going to pay attention the first time that you post about something, but it's that consistency over time. And I know that when you hear different coaches speak on this page, that's so much of what they're saying is that it's consistency over time. It is so true when it comes to so many aspects of your business. Absolutely. All right, so let's see what else we have here. I can't say enough about being at the New Leader Conference. Beachbody treated us amazing. They just, I felt so loved when I was there. I felt like the training was amazing. It was really geared to where I am in this business. And I would really encourage you to be there. If you have any questions, just comment below. I'm more than happy to help you with whatever questions that you have. But it's awesome. You just need to be a 2-star to be there. You need to have at least 30 elite points to attend. I believe it's 60, and you get your room paid for at the hotel. It's just a great experience. You're going to meet a lot of amazing people with great stories, but it's like you have to remember that you have such a gift to give to people, that we have the answer to obesity, and we have the answer to people being in debt or not having enough financial freedom. And once you realize what a big gift it is, you're not going to be scared to go out there and talk to people. So go to New Leadership Conference. It was amazing. I hope that you make it there next year, and comment below if you have any questions. Thanks, guys.